Hello, what's going on, guys? This is Kazuko Anime back with another video. This probably isn't going to be the best video. I am tired and I have a headache, so well, whatever. Let's get into the video. This is going to be part one of what if Deku had life after death. This is I guess, an original power. Other people have probably done it, but also with I have Subaru Natsuki Subaru from RE0. The power is similar to his. When he died, I guess it's a mix between an Arjun and Subaru. Like, because he does not have the Arjun abilities, uh, apart from coming back after you die. Pretty much, it's similar to an Arjun, but uh, when he died, I guess we'll find a way to give him some power other than this. This can be a villain what if, a hero what if, just say and give a reason to make it that, because I'm probably going to need one. Anyway, pretty much, if he dies, he will, like an Arjun, come back, but I'd say it'd be like, just a bright flash of white light, and he's just standing back there. It's almost like it's a rewind of time, like because his clothes and everything within like a meter of him is reversed back to when right before I guess he died, like say a minute before he died. I'm not 100% sure myself how this is gonna fully work, but I guess I'll figure it out. Deku will be thought to be quirkless because, well, while he does have the indicator of the quirk, the uh, singular joint in his toe, they can't seem to find out what his quirk is. Now, as I think I mentioned, this only activates when he dies. I mean, I guess, yeah, you can call it dying, but is it really dying if he comes back? Who knows? Yeah, pretty much he's bullied because of, he's considered quirkless, even though he has the thing. The only one. He's considered quirkless, and Bakugo bullies him. But even more so, for pretty much Bakugo knows about the telltale sign of a quirk being uh, the singular joint in his toe, yet he still quirkless, or so he thinks. And he's like, wow, you're supposed to have a quirk, but you're still just useless. Finding a way that somehow makes it worse. And when Bakugo tells him to take a swan dive off the roof, well, he does, and he dies. Some people see it, but I'll say like after a minute, like people actually, you know what? I'll say for now it'll be an hour, but like it gets faster with time, I guess. I guess let's say you can control it eventually, maybe. I don't know. So yeah, police are called, an ambulance. He's taken to the hospital, but on the ride in the ambulance ride, well, actually, he's dead. So like, they're mainly just taking his corpse away in an ambulance because I guess that's easiest. There is a bright flash of light, and Deku is, well, I guess in this case, sitting up on the stretcher, completely healed, and all his clothes, anything that had blood on it, was at all, uh, damaged by the fall, was completely healed. Now they were kind of alarmed by this, and they put him into a mental ward, and they also try to figure out how the hell he survived, because he was thought to be quirkless. Then they looked over his tests and found out that he had the indicator for a quirk, but had never shown any signs of it. Then they realized this must be it, and they called the quirk life after death. Um, when he dies, from what they can tell, an hour later, a bright white light will envelop him, and he will be brought back. Uh, and it's almost as if time will be reversed. I guess it's kind of why it's a combination of Subaru and Najin's abilities, because it reverses time on him, but like doesn't travel back in time. It's complicated, I guess. It's time related, and that's always going to be complicated. Right. So anyway, as I was saying, what was I saying? Right. So he after a week he's released, and they tell him you have a quirk, but it is called life after death, and they explain. If you die, it's almost as if time is reversed upon you. An hour later, time will be reversed upon you to a minute before you died. Now, Deku, I guess, died on impact, so he would have just been standing on the roof of the school, and within that minute, taken his shoes off, because, I don't know, just taking his shoes off and jumped, threw himself off. I'm just gonna try to avoid that. Don't do suicide. Don't commit suicide, I guess. I think YouTube likes it when just generally anything that's bad it says that if you say don't do it, don't do this, because apparently that's an obvious, because apparently that's a warning you need to give. I don't know. YouTube just seems to like it when you actually say that. Yeah, so he is he's released after a week, and well, news got out and around the school in general, and it even made the news. Considered quirkless, unlocks quirk through jumping off the roof, and is and goes and is brought back to life. I mean, he's not brought back to life, but that's kind of the headlines. The identity is revealed. Is mostly tried to be kept secret, just for the sake of the kid and his family. Because, yeah, I guess obvious reasons, unless he and I guess mainly just Inko are fine with it, being released. Which, I mean, really not. Why would you want that publicly released? Things like UA can say, for example, get a hold of that information, because I mean it's UA and they're looking into him, because it's a student, and well, you can always have villains, traitors, whatever, just trying to infiltrate UA. So it's always best to be safe. I guess with the sludge villain attack, it never happened. Actually, it did, but let's say it attacks some no name sludge villain. Yeah, just some no name civilian. Actually, it attacked Mineta. Mineta died. Cool. Mineta's been killed off. Just what I need. Yeah, Mineta's been killed off, and that won't change the story a lot. I mean, they will have a new person in Class 1A, but I guess that'll be whoever got the highest in Class 1B. I will research that after this. I might need to keep this short. Phone percentage. Yeah, shorter than 30 minutes, maybe 20. I have no idea. I don't keep track of the time on these. So, whatever time it ends up being. Anyway, I guess All Might will hear about this, and All Might, for whatever reason, let's just say he hears that the child is a big fan of his, so he goes to visit him in the week before he's released, and he kind of just talks to the kid. and kind of realizes like he does want to be a hero very badly, but just been fed up with this. Deku himself, actually, now I think about it, he'll probably become a Stain-like vigilante. Because people like Bakugo. Actually, this is probably gonna be. He's probably gonna be trained by Stain. That'd be a good outcome. Maybe, I don't know. Stain is people they consider him a villain because he kills heroes, but he is in his own way a vigilante because fake heroes after money and fame, and there is a few real heroes. Like some consider All Might not a real hero because he does do it partially for fame, but I mean the fame also is a symbol of peace, and that actually keeps the crime rates a lot lower. So I guess in his case, the fame is good, and doesn't really go after money. So yeah, in Stain's book, he is good. I'd say Aizawa would be as well, because like fame and money is the one thing he hates, especially fame and general TV interviews. Yeah, Aizawa hates that. So anyway, what am I saying? Bad memory. Am I right? Right. Stain would hear about this kid and think, huh, uh, may as well see what he's like at some point. Because, like, I don't know, let's say, I'm just gonna say that Stain hears about the kid and takes an interest, that's all. And Izuku actually hears about Stain and kind of realizes what exactly he is doing, and from the reports of the people that survived Stain's attacks, kind of realizes what he's doing eventually. Uh, Zuku will not be going into the hero course. This is probably going to be a vigilante what if. Most what ifs are either hero or villain. I don't actually see that many vigilante what ifs, if any. Most even if they start off as a vigilante, most just eventually head to him becoming a villain or a hero. Usually a hero, but I don't see any that actually stick consistently with being a vigilante. So that's what he'll probably be eventually. So Azuku will just go to, let's say he's at least a little bit, he's got quite high intellect, like high IQ, but that's worth nothing really in the hero society. Everything is based around quirks, and powerful quirks. So things like that would only be valued in things like support courses. And let's say he goes, into a specifically support-ish company, like that does supply, say, actually, I think I'll do something slightly off something else. I cannot remember the name, but it's oh yes, that reminds me. If you have I do my own what ifs. Usually, I try to keep them fairly original. But say if you have a fan fiction that you think I should read, because like, by the way, I mean like, what if style. I don't mean lemon. If you know what that is, I don't mean that kind of thing. I mean what if style fanfics. Like because all fanfics are not all fanfics are that kind of thing. Some are actual like fan theories and that kind of stuff, or what if style stuff. So if you've got any that you think I should do, please do leave a link in the comments and I will check it out. Right, so Bakugo will go into the hero course. Like everything will pretty much go the same, except let's say in this time, in this what if Bakugo is the one that gets kind of tripped over by Uraraka, like accidentally, and she saves him. Like, Bakugo does not. Bakugo didn't really know that it was specifically Deku. Well, actually, he had a fair idea, but he didn't really feel guilt at all because it's kind of Bakugo. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna have to somehow find a way to make him fall in love with Uraraka for whatever reason. Because I don't know, he's gonna save her like Deku did, but by pretty much releasing his biggest explosion he can. And in this case, nearly fracturing his arms, or just having partial cracks in his arms but not fully snapping them. When it comes to One for All, I will say that. Ooh, that's a hard one. Might go Mirio, but please do say in the comments. There's a lot of things that I'm not sure about when it comes to unscripted what if, so please just leave stuff in the comments. Because I really need it. I am not always the most creative. But, who cares? I guess back to the what if. Yeah, so Mirio will probably get it, but if you have a different idea, please say. Pretty much, Bakugo is gonna replace Deku in some ways. He's not gonna get One for All. But, like, in the ways of the events with Uraraka, that'll pretty much be the same. Since Mineta got killed off, and All Might was too late to save him, I guess that's why he took pity on the kid, because on that same day that the kid that he failed to save Mineta, even though he didn't know what Mineta was like, he probably wouldn't have saved him then. Like he just felt particularly, like he needed to do something. Sorry about that. Parents just seem to love barging into my room. What can you do about it, I guess? Yeah, so I think I was saying about Bakugo replacing Deku in the events with Uraraka. Right. Oh yeah, the reason I visited him because Deku jumped, like, the day he failed to save an end. Right. That's what I was saying, that's kind of why. Don't ask for details, I'm making this up on the go, and things will get adjusted. Yeah. Stain will be interested about this kid's quirk, because coming back from the dead is pretty rare. He kind of wants to know a bit, like, just this general curiosity. He doesn't, it's not, at the moment, he has not thought about him as a vigilante successor of sorts. And I guess I don't know when Stain, I'm not sure when Stain starts to gain more popularity of sorts. I'd say that since everything will kind of go the same, please do leave in the comments. Why am I? Yeah, who? Because Deku and Mineta are not going to be in there. Actually, yeah, I'll quickly. I will research it for the next vid. I will quickly research who got the top scores of Class 1B, and they will be in there, and for Class 1, the top two of Class 1B will be in 1A, and I'm just gonna say Shinso's in 1B, and someone else. Maybe I'll even check in an original character. But that's gonna take effort to create, so I really don't know if I'm gonna do that. Right, so I'm probably gonna end it off here. Yeah, please see, if I've said to leave anything in the comments, please do. My mind is blanking. Give me a sec. I'm going to pause this for a second. Right, so this is gonna end off, I'd say, around the time of Bakugo has gotten into UA, Deku is starting an internship of sorts at a support tech company, the one that supplies the things like the robots for one for the to UA. I think that was what I meant to say earlier, but I got off track again. Any fan fictions you think I should read? The appropriate for YouTube ones that are like things like this. What if Deku had whatever power? Yeah. So leave all your thoughts in the comments, please. I need it. This is Kazuko Anime signing out.